So I was traveling through Europe in 2014 and I ended up in Paris and I was really struggling financially at that time. And I remember it was freezing cold and I was walking down the streets and there was just like this bus stop and I needed to catch the bus. It was either like €7 or €8 to get from one side of Paris to the other, which was a lot for me back then. So I started digging through my pockets looking for change, and I pulled out some euros and some American dollars, and I started handing them over to the bus driver, and he's looking at me more and more confused because apparently he doesn't accept us dollars and I don't have enough euros. And I am so embarrassed and frustrated because I have traveled all over Europe and they have been incredibly kind to me and I have never had a problem like this. I didn't have enough money for the bus fare and I was freezing cold and I was about to start crying because I was so frustrated and I just wanted to get to my hostel. Out of the corner of my eye, I see this guy coming. He's smiling at me and he looks nice. And I'm like, okay, maybe I can explain my situation to him. And I tried to stop him, but he kept waving me off like, no, 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 it's fine, it's fine. And I'm like, no, I don't have enough money. Please help me. And he just kept smiling and kept walking towards me. And he handed me the exact amount that I needed. And I was like, wow. Thank you so much. Here's my number. Call me, text me. Let me know how you are. Thank you for helping me. And he said, no, 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 it's fine. And he started to walk away. And I was so confused because obviously I wanted to give him my number so that I could pay him back, but he didn't want it. And I was like, wait a minute, I have to give this man something. And so I took my backpack off and I opened it up and I pulled out everything that I had, some food, some clothes, whatever. And I was like, here, take something. You can take anything. I need to give you something. And he looked at me and smiled and he said, no, you keep your things. There's something else that you can give me. And I was like, what is that? And he said, tell me a story. Tell me a story about why you're here, about where you're from, about what you love. And I thought, wow, this man just gave me €8 so that I could catch this bus, and all I have to do is tell him a story. And of course, I was still very grateful that he gave me the €8, but I loved that he didn't want something tangible. He wanted to hear a story, and I happily obliged. And I told him all about where I am from and why I am traveling and all of the cool places that I ed seen, and he listened patiently, and when I finished he said, thank you so much. That was such a wonderful story, and he said, you know, I did something similar to what I did for you about 15 years ago, and I paid for a girl's train ticket and all she gave me was a smile. And I said, well, what happened? And he said, well, I felt so good after giving her a smile. I hadn't smiled in months. And when I saw her face light up, it made me feel so good, and I think that is the greatest gift we can give each other, a smile. And then he turned to me and he said, you know, if you want to pay me back, pay it forward. Give someone a smile today. Give someone a hug today. Give someone a compliment today and let them know that you appreciate them and let them know that they make a difference in the world, because that is truly the best way to pay it forward. And I was like, wow, this man just gave me €8 and now he's giving me life advice. And I was like, yes, sir, thank you for everything. I will definitely pay it forward. After I got onto the bus, I was thinking about how amazing this man was, how kind he was, how generous he was, and I decided right then and there that I was going to pay it forward. And that's exactly what I did. As soon as I got off the bus, I went into a little cafe and I bought a woman a coffee and I told her how amazing she was and how beautiful she was and how great her hair looked, and just gave her a huge compliment and a big hug, and she was so surprised and she was so happy and she thanked me profusely, and I said, no, I want to pay it forward. This man did this for me and I want to do it for you. So you are gone now, go into that next cafe and buy the person next to you a coffee or a tea or whatever they are drinking, and you are gone not tell them how amazing they are and how great their hair looks and how great their scarf is, and just give them a huge compliment and a big smile. And she was like, wow, this is so amazing. Yes, I will definitely do this. Thank you so much. And I got to watch as she walked into the cafe and she gave the woman next to her a huge compliment and a big smile, and the woman's face lit up and I was like, yes, I did it. I paid it forward. I hope that man is having an amazing life wherever he is, because he definitely impacted mine, and it was one of those moments where I knew that I wanted to be an aid worker, because I saw how much good you can do just by being a genuinely kind human being. You can change someone's day, you can change someone's week, you can change someone's month just by being a genuinely kind human being. And so I want to send this message out to everyone watching this video. Be a genuinely kind human being. Be there for your friends. Let them know that you love them, that you appreciate them, that you value them, that you cherish them. Make time for the ones that you love and laugh often. Laugh a lot, smile a lot, give a lot, love a lot, because that is what life is about. That is what makes us human. That is what makes us unique and special. It is not about the material things. It's not about the money. It's not about the status. It is about the love that we give and receive every single day. And if you want more stories that inspire you to travel, more stories that remind you of the importance of human connection, then make sure you subscribe to the channel and tag someone in the comments below who you think would do this for you. Someone who has been there for you through thick and thin. Someone who has made you smile when you were feeling down. Someone who has given you a helping hand when you needed it the most, because that is what life is about. That is what makes us human. That is what makes us unique and special. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.